Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Sunday makeup basket, and again I am late to posting this because I wish I could say I had a better reason, but more just laziness. Halloween totally put me like, and I didn't even go trick-or-treating. I think I get overwhelmed around the holidays, and in turn I do nothing or something. I don't know. So basically, I just put it off, and there's no good excuse as to why this is not going to be up on Sunday, but it will be up on Monday. So let's just review what I used. If you remember, the past 2 weeks I had the same makeup basket because I think I'm allergic to my children. I think one of them is using a body spray that I'm gonna sneeze again. Okay. I used the same makeup basket for 2 weeks because I was sick 1 week and didn't really use it. I used the stuff like maybe 1 or 2 times, and so I wanted to use that stuff for another week to get kind of a better idea. So that is where we're at, and then let's go from there. Okay, so I just pulled out pretty much the things that I actually used consistently. So if I mentioned something in that video that I was going to use for the last couple weeks and I don't mention it today, it's because either I didn't use it, actually that would be the only reason. I just didn't use it. So no particular order. Let's just get Okay, so let's just get started, no particular order. The first thing was the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I used this for 2 weeks almost every day, well, except for those days that I was sick, but I love this so much. I'm actually going through it probably faster than I've ever gone through any foundation, and not because I'm using more, I'm just using it more often. Like, I meant not because I'm using a lot of the product. If that makes sense. I'm usually using it, I just love it. I'm going through it probably as fast, maybe even a little faster than the IT Cosmetics CC cream, which I also love. But this is not as heavy as that, oddly, and that does have sunscreen in it, this doesn't. But I love the finish on my skin. I am putting this back for this week, and I'm kind of sad because I really love this that much. This is something that I will repurchase as soon as I'm out, and which is unlike me, because usually even if I like a foundation, I usually try something else if I ever even run out of it. Like, I think IT Cosmetics, Estée Lauder Double Wear, and the Revlon Color Stay are the only 3 foundations that I've ever bought more than one. Maybe a L'Oreal one, but mostly I just move on to something else to try if I run out, or I just stop using it, buy something new, and then I just kind of use it here and there. So I'm just saying, I probably will run out of this and I will rebuy it. It is that good. All right, the next thing is kind of a broken record, but I'm going to talk about it again, and it is the Revlon Cheek Flushing Tint in Hot. This stuff is amazing. I am gonna say it again, go buy it. Even if you hate cream or liquid blushes, so easy to use. You just put it on your cheeks and tap it out with a brush or with a beauty blender. I never use my fingers. I think the consistency would be, it would suck into your fingers. So I wouldn't recommend using that. Maybe even a beauty blender picks up some product. I usually used did I use a brush? Oh no, I don't even remember. I don't know, but I did use it in my Get Ready With Me. So I think I used a beauty blender, but I can't remember. But I've used both, I know that. And every time I wear this, I not only get compliments, people will be like, oh, have you been outside? And it's like, no, it's makeup. But I just think this is so pretty. I need to go to the store to get the other ones because, and I probably would even buy a backup of this. And I don't have backups of any blushes. That is how amazing that is. I also used this week, finally, the Found Nourishing Cream Blush Tint, and this I've had for quite a few weeks, and I just never kept putting it off, and then when I realized this, I was only using this. But the last probably 4 or 5 times I did makeup this last week, I put this on, and I also used this on my daughter, blush on her for the first time. That wasn't meant for clown makeup for dance, because she has worn makeup for dance, but you know, you usually do like stage makeup. This was like the first I put it on her. And anyways, I will say it dries out pretty fast. So I would never leave it open. I would make sure it's closed. The first times I used it, it was very creamy and really easy to go on. The second time I noticed, I use my beauty blender, so I just wipe my beauty blender in there and tap it on and it works perfect. But I think the beauty blender kind of puts a hard film over it or something, because what I just kind of rubbed off just now. But it's creamy back underneath it. I'm just afraid because of that this will dry out if you don't make sure it's closed. This was in the color Berry Flush. So pretty. I think they had one other color. I don't think there was any more than that. But it is so good. I highly recommend that blush as well. But this one more. Okay, I did use the Laura Mercier setting powder, which I won't talk about. I don't know why I brought it out, because that we all know I've used for the past few weeks. I did use the Tarte Lip Surgent Lip Gloss in the color Exposed. I used this in my Get Ready With Me. I'm actually going to declutter it into the trash because I think it's just old. It didn't really stay on my lips. It's pretty, but I just think I didn't like the consistency. I didn't try the other one, so I'm holding on to that one. But I think this is just time to throw it out. Not any bad reason. I just could tell it just didn't, I didn't like the texture. Again, it didn't feel old, smell old, anything like that. You know, you just feel like it's old. I don't know. I'm just gonna toss it. I just feel like it's about time, but it's a beautiful color. It would be something that I don't know if I would run out and buy it, just because I'm not really a picky lip gloss user. I would just pick up whatever I find at the drugstore probably. But if I were to have receive it in a subscription box, I mean, I would definitely use it and enjoy it. So it is a good color. Oh, my husband is back. Yes, he's back. Okay. I'll just keep going. The next thing I used was this Iconic London Prep Set Glow Setting Mist. I got this in my Boxy Charm in October. I actually really like it. I do not get a sparkly film or glitter on my face like a lot of people had mentioned. The only thing that bugs me about this is the smell. It is highly fragranced, and it just smells like my grandma. But I don't mean that in a bad way, because I would love to be around my grandma. Either of them. They've both passed. So it's not that it's like, ew. I mean, it's not that the fact that it reminds me of grandma is the bad thing, because that I love. But it's just the smell is just the old makeup smell, and it just bothers me. It is so fragranced. I will use it. I own it. I would never go buy it, but I can't complain. It's not bad. All right, palettes. We'll start with highlighters. So I did use this Sigma palette. No, I did not use it in my Get Ready With Me, but I used it quite a bit. Okay, he just left. I used it quite a bit. These two colors, they are so pretty. I don't think I'll get much use out of these. I mean, maybe as eyeshadows. I don't know if you could use them as eyeshadows, but I will say these two colors are so pretty on the skin. Like, they're just so natural. There is no glitter in them. Ooh, I probably would do that purplish one. That one's really pretty, but I mean, it would be a little harder for me to pull off as an everyday use. But these two are so pretty. I seriously would pop these out, and maybe I can, and give the rest to my daughters to play around with. I mean, not that I won't use them. They're just, I think, just too dark for my skin. But these two, I'm not joking, they're probably one of the best highlighters I've used in a long time. I wouldn't compare them to the Laura Mercier highlighter in 01. I mean, nothing will ever beat that in my book, but they are pretty dang close. Just the fact that there's no glitter, no really shimmer, they're just very reflective and glowy in the most beautiful way. Like, they're beautiful. So I don't know if I'll pass this to my daughters, because I really do want to keep those two colors. But if for some reason I get adventurous and want to pop those two colors out, I probably would pass the rest to them and keep those for myself. But for now, I'm just gonna hold on to it. I probably would let them use it if they asked, but it will stay in my makeup collection. So the other highlighters I used were these Airspun Loose Face highlighters. These are so good. Again, a lot like these highlighters, there is no glitter in them. I will say in my, okay, I'm gonna go get something to put this on. Okay, so because I took the little puff out, here I'll show you the one that's not messed up. So it comes with a puff that I had mentioned that I didn't like, and so I was gonna get rid of, or just take it out. It made a really, really big mess. So you must keep this in order to keep this clean. So this one is still easy to use. I do kind of I put it on there, I take the lid unscrewed a little so it's a little looser, and I would shake it to get a little bit more to come out of here, but I usually just use what's on this. I just tap my brush on the puff and get the product. This color, I'm gonna swatch them both for you, but I wanted to show you that. So if you get these, do not throw out that powder puff like I did. Luckily I didn't throw it away, but as you can see, it is all over. I have it on this napkin because it gets everywhere. I need to clean it up. It has it on the edges, as you can see. It just got everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And so much of it has come out. So I did put this on there to help kind of control the mess, but I mean, you get it all over your hands. Like, it is just out of control. So keep the powder puff, like I did not, and otherwise, it's no different than using a normal loose powder. So let me try it. Maybe I can clean this right now. I had said I don't mind if I lose a bunch of the product. I just can't keep having this big mess every time I open it, because it's a mess. I mean, it's a mess. Like, look at my hand, it's a mess. Okay, so let me try. Okay, let me try swatching them both for you. So this, I got the pink, let me see. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, I got the pink and the, okay, what are they called? Okay, sorry. Okay, this one is Snow Much Ice is this one that you can totally see. And this lighter pink one that made the huge mess is Pink Me Up. So they are both gorgeous. I think I might go back and get the gold one after seeing these. There's no glitter. It's definitely just beautiful shine. I do like the pink one better, but I think it's only because I've used it more. It's the one that I made the big mess on. And it's a good blush topper, which I thought I would never ever say or use, but it is a very good blush topper. But the snow one is so pretty as a highlight. Okay, I'm getting really hot. I never used the snow one on my cheek area like I did this pink one, but anyways, I highly recommend these, especially for the price. You will never run out. I mean, I lost a whole bunch. Did you see all that? I lost a whole bunch in this one because of my stupidity, but as you can see, the line is still right here. So I still have quite a bit, even though I just lost a bunch. Let's see on this one, how much do I have? That I didn't lose a bunch. And it's up here. So I did probably lose about half of the product with this. So that's unfortunate. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Can you see those lines? This one's right here and this one's down here. So I didn't lose that much, I'm sorry. So that's good to know. They will last forever. Highly, highly recommend those. For a loose highlighter, they are really good. And again, I would actually compare them a lot to this palette, just in loose form. Just very easy to wear, especially with more mature skin. Okay. So the last but not least are my eyeshadow palettes. I used the Disney one in my Get Ready With Me, but I probably use this one the most. So I'll talk about this one first. This is the Tarte Clay Play palette. I got this in my BoxyCharm for setting up. This is amazing. I am not joking. Probably, I can't say it's as good as my Tom Ford quad I have in, oh no, I'll put it here if I can remember the name of it or go look. But it's very neutral type palette that I have. I would compare my looks to coming out of this just as good as that. I will say that Tom Ford is much easier to blend and use, and very, like, almost my 8-year-old son could do makeup on me and it would turn out nice with that palette, which I would expect being that the price is way too much. But I will say this is just as good of a look from this as that. You just have to work a little bit harder. I did not use any of the bronzers this week, but I did use all the eyeshadows. I think I did Days. But I think my favorite is this, oh my heck. This first trio, I probably used the most and it was my favorite. This is so good. For BoxyCharm sending me this makes me so happy. So then I used the ColourPop Disney. I used it in my Get Ready With Me, like I mentioned, and then I also used it one other time this week, and I have to say I like it. It's harder to get, okay, I take that back. I like this a lot. You can get very neutral colors or neutral looks, very everyday wear down here. You have some really great shimmers right here in the middle, and then you have all these dark colors with some purples and plums, which I think is what I used in my Get Ready With Me, that you can get some really different looks instead of just some plain everyday looks. This was so good. I am really happy I got this. Someone recommended this to me and I'm so glad she did, because it really is a good palette. And it doesn't say any of these colors you can't use on your eyes, which is good. I know sometimes ColourPop doesn't put that information on here, and sometimes they do, but I just realized that recently, which is why I'm saying this. But this is, I highly recommend this. I believe you can still get it. I'm not sure I want to get the Masquerade palette. I haven't totally decided yet. I know it's still around, so we'll see what I decide to do. All right. Oh, I guess I should mention one more thing. The reason I didn't have it with me is because I'm going to be using it next week, which is the Bare Mineral Invisible Bronzer in Fair to Light. I use this in my Get Ready With Me, and I like it. I'm going to be keeping it in this week's makeup bag. So now let's move on to the new products for this week. I'm kind of excited to have some new things. Some things are new from subscription boxes, some things are new from me just buying them, and some things are just new old products that I just haven't used in a long time or a while. So first, let's see. I'll start with the complexion products. I pulled out using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Foundation Stick for my foundation this week. I kind of wanted to stick with just this so I can get a really good sense if I like it, because I bought it over the summer and I just used it a few times and it was okay, and then I bought another stick foundation and this kind of got pushed to the side. So I want to give it a good week of just using this to see if I really like it or just want to move it on and maybe pass it to my daughter or something. But so I have that, and then I do have the Flower Beauty Light Illusion concealer, which I think I did use last couple weeks too, but this will be my concealer. My primer I'm going to use this week is this Unicorn Glow Hydrating Primer. I got this in my Ipsy Ultimate and I'm excited to try it out, see how it is. Not used that yet. I do have this Josie Maran Argan Moonstop Drops. I think I'm going to use this as a highlighter. I haven't used it since I've owned it, and I probably have owned it for way too long. I don't even know if you can still buy this or if they still sell it anymore, but I really want to give it a try. I've been really liking liquid highlighters, so I figured, being that I've owned this one for so long, I should give it a try and see how I like it, whether I want to keep it or whatever. Eye primer, I'm going to use my Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. Just want to use it up. I probably have a good third of it left. Since you use so little, this just lasts for so long, but I'm going to try to use that up. Cheek products this week, I'm going to use these two blush sticks from ColourPop. One is in Aviary and one is in Cool It. These I got recently in a ColourPop haul, and I just want to give them a good try. So those are the only blushes that I pulled. I am going to put this one back for at least now because I need to give it a break. All right, I'm not going to talk about brows. That's the same, and mascara is the same for right now, so I won't bring those up. Oh, highlighters. I have this Makeup Geek highlighter in Lit. I got this in a my Ipsy Ultimate, and so I'm going to give this a try. Haven't tried that yet. Let's see what else. Got my eyeshadow palettes. I'll share in one second. Okay, lips. So I kept in that Tarte lipstick or lip gloss that I had mentioned that I hadn't tried yet, so I can give that a try. I also have this Galactic Beauty lip duo that I got in my Fashionista. I cannot say that. The box subscription for October. So I'm gonna give this a try. I still have my lovely Anastasia one that I really didn't wear this week, but I'm gonna try and wear this coming week. I still have Velvet Teddy, and then a couple of those Burt's Bees chapsticks still in my little lip container. Eyeliner, I have the Milani Stay Put Matte, which I have had in this for a while, but I also added back in the Tarte Tardiest Double Take Eyeliner that I want to give a use, I want to try using the liquid liner on this. It has a felt tip, and then it has kind of a kohl type liner on it, and I've used the felt tip quite a bit. I haven't used the kohl, no, I'm sorry, I've used the kohl tip quite a bit as eyeliner, but I haven't used the liquid tip yet, and I want to try the liquid tip, but I put this in here in case I don't like it, that I have both. Eyeshadow palettes. I think that's the last thing I'm going to share. Everything else are kind of just my normal powders, the things that I'm still using. Like I said, that bronzer is still the Bare Minerals. I might throw one in if I get kind of bored of it this week, but for now I'm just going to leave it at that. The two eyeshadow palettes this week are going to be these two. I got this in a ColourPop haul that I purchased, and I received this Huda Beauty Warm Obsessions palette in my Ipsy Ultimate also. This is an Ipsy Ultimate box try, whatever. So this is, I'm so excited to use this. These colors are absolutely beautiful. They're all kind of that pink mauve. So pretty, so I can't wait to try that. This is a lot of obviously neutral warm browns. So I think I'll get some really good use, and if I need to use this with this, I thought it'd be a good pair to kind of have some more neutral colors if this, because I can't remember, this doesn't have, I mean it has a couple of matte neutral colors but not much, so I might need this. But those are the two palettes that I want to concentrate on this week. So that is everything in my weekly makeup basket. Let me know what you're going to be using this week. Also, let me know if you've used any of these things and have the same opinion as I, or different opinion, what you think. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this week will bring with these new products, and you know, just kind of see what works out and what doesn't. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.